right, I've got some information for you. It's actually, I don't even like this word, but I'm going to use the word warning. A warning that's going to allow you to make some choices. So really giving you information that's very important, very important. Now, I'm going to talk about the information in this downloaded book and what that whole downloading thing is. Where did that information come from, and where's the information coming from that I'm going to give you today? You're going to love this because you are in a time period unlike any other on the planet, not by coincidence. You didn't get plopped here. It's not a prison planet. You chose it. I'm going to tell you why and what you can do because we have free will. Yeah, we're going to talk about the tipping point and what's coming and a choice you can make. This is going to be real powerful, so get ready for this. Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fear and live an amazing life. This was a downloaded book. It took a while, but when it started to flow, it all had to do with the timing of when this needed to be published. And I knew it had to be published. I was up 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I get up at 3, work till 9 o'clock in the morning and go back to bed for an hour and get back up again. Insane, because when that information comes, and this applies to you, when it comes, you have got to act on it. Breakthrough Fear is my whole platform. I came up with that. Why? Because we are here in a planet with things that are just part of the illusion and the program that we chose to experience. Fear, loss, illness, all these things that are new to us. We want to know these things. This is not by accident. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to talk about the tipping point. Those of you who've read the book know what's in here. It's a little mind-blowing, okay? And first of all, I hope you'll subscribe and click the bell because I got more really cool stuff coming out for 2024 because we're heading into something very special right now. All right, so let's talk about this. We got a lot to cover, so I'm probably going to do this in a couple of videos. I have information for you. It's time to tell you what this is. It is based on the actions I've taken. First started with publishing a book to let you know your power and how things actually function. Just this big of a glimpse because it's just way beyond our comprehension, but you'll get this. We're past the tipping. What's a tipping point? We're going into consciousness. And the more people that go into consciousness and open up their minds to the fact that we are so much bigger than what we think we are, that aliens are just neighbors that pop in, and that we've been acting like yin-yangs in fear. Ah! Hello, it's your neighbor. Like, what's the big deal? Neighbors look different, right? Different countries, we look different here. Why would they not look different? So there's so many things that we are so fearful of. And we're moving past that, and we realize it's insane to think that we are the only ones. It's insane to think that we are not powerful creators. It's insane to think that you are not in control of what's happening in your life and that your thoughts are things. We've heard this for how long now? And we believe in things like law of attraction because we're still separating ourselves from the thing that's happening out there, that we believe I'm going to attract it when we are actually creators of all things. We just have to shift into it. Now here's the important part. I also launched a company called Digital Explorers. It's an online business. I'm going to share with you what it's doing, that's happening and accelerating out there, that's going to be your choice. And this is the warning part that's not really a warning, but a choice for you. Those who do not start to operate in community and unity will live in a completely different kind of world and reality that they will believe is what's happening because they're not participating by choice in the unity of what we are. We as one have come here in perceived individual bodies to have individual experiences, okay? But we are actually all connected. Now we go into consciousness and we know this and we accept it. We don't have to understand it all, but we know that my thought is affecting you right now, and yours may. And that judgment is a lower frequency. We know all of these. We know everything's frequencies, right? And that things can transform into whatever it wants to, including you. So you're a human being, but you chose to play in the role in the matrix illusion, to play out this play that we're in. We're now going into unity and community. If you don't go into that, and I'll tell you in a moment what that actually means. If you don't go into it, you will go into fear, more into fear. This is why I teach break through it. It's going to exist. It's going to be there. You don't have to participate in fear. You can see it. I know what it is. I no longer accept it. It's no longer a part of my reality. Why? Because I know that I am limitless and that I can change any situation. But a lot of people don't feel that way. They feel frustrated and limited and sad, and they go into this whole thing, mentality, that keeps them in that low frequency, the basement. I call it the basement in the mansion. So operating in density will be hoarding, lack, limitations, doubt, definitely not faith. You might say you have faith, but if you're in fear, you don't have it. Because if you're in true faith, you know no matter what happens, you're going to be okay. Because you are an endless being. You have a mission. The mission is that you decided to come here and play out all the things that you as an individual, seemingly individual, want to experience and rise above it. Go to a different place, a different frequency within those choices. Now, when I say community, I mean when we talk about shortages or conflict or these things, those things exist when we operate as individuals. So even let's talk about food shortages, which by the way doesn't ever have to happen to you. Food shortages happen when people hoard, or we have big entities controlling that, all right? In a very negative way. They have chemicals in it, the things that they do. It has not been operating on a high frequency. So it is not set up so that everybody flourishes. When we operate in community, and I'm not telling you to have a backyard garden. I'll explain this. When we operate in community, we're helping one another so that there is never lack. There's a balance. We would never hoard for me because I'm afraid. We will actually create more abundance. And through this abundance that I can't possibly use, I share, and then others share their abundance with me because there's so much, and that's exactly how things exist right now. There's no real lack. It's only when we pull things in that we create the lack. All right, let's go and look what happened during our little health issue. People go in and they clean out the shelves. Now all of a sudden you've got 10 families that don't have toilet paper, whatever it was that somebody was freaking out about, all right? And that's exactly how it works. So let's say people came into the grocery store and they were putting toilet paper in there. No one would freak out. They'd say, oh, we have plenty. We have plenty. We don't have to go into this mentality of lack. And that mentality actually creates that reality. So if you're thinking it, you're going to create it for yourself. Digital Explorers launched in the end of 2024. It is functioning right now, and it's teaching people how to operate on a high level of compassion, passion first, purpose, positive impact, and everything we do is using each other's expertise, teachings, to combine to make you a whole entity of which you are through community. Now, let me explain this. When I operate that way, I am receiving what I need from others, and I'm giving what I can teach others. So in the other world, the dense world, we protect. Hey, listen, I'm a former investment banker. You would never share your contacts with anybody. Oh, God forbid, it would actually excel or get something from. And that's the opposite of what we're going to go into. We're actually in it. So the tipping point is we realize in order to survive in a healthy method, a healthy way, we're going to start opening up our minds into the consciousness of, we don't need to operate that way to survive or be healthy, and that how we accept things into our body that are so unhealthy because we've been programmed. We're stepping out of, I call it the great deprogramming, right? Did you see that video? The great deprogramming is I'm questioning everything. I'm questioning everything of how things work, religion, what I've been told, how I should live, what's right or wrong. There is no right or wrong, just experiences and choices. Community will be required, and there is a whole world accelerating right now in sustainability, planet-friendly, respect to animals, respect to your own body, everything you have in your home. We're detoxifying, we're realizing we're poisoning ourselves, and we wonder why. We have to research illnesses. Hello, McFly, stop putting the chemicals in your body. There's the solution. And we're recognizing this. How did we ever function any other way? Children, what they're taught. We're realizing that we don't have all the answers, and they're brilliant, and we want to listen to them more. Instead of saying they're sick because they don't pay attention. I was one of those kids. On my report card, Landria she starts a lot of projects and completes none of them. You know what that is? That's an entrepreneur. That's what entrepreneurs do. They have 100 things going on. And so we limit that. We need to be in a box, and we're going to stop doing that. You're going to say, okay, I have an acceptance of you and you and you. Now, if things happen and you don't want to hang out with that person because they're on a low frequency, they're doing damage, you can step away with compassion. You don't have to hang out with that person. So we've been told before, oh no, I'm going to fix you. No, that's not spirituality. So the compassion and the spirituality that we have separated from how we live is now coming into one. So community is how I work, what I do for a living, how I earn. It has to be positive money. Will create abundance, and sharing positive money. So money will not have negative connotations anymore. Eventually we won't even need money because we don't need that third-party exchange. We're just going to exchange goods and services directly. If you're interested in Digital Explorers, come over, because I'm teaching you, even if you don't know what you love, what could I do for a living that I love? That's how you should be functioning. That's how you should be earning. I'll take anything that you love and I'll show you how to earn money doing it, because it's going to be something coming from a high frequency. I'm also taking people who have great skills. This is where community and unity comes in. Great skills, who know how to do certain things, they're passionate about things, but they're not translating that into how to earn income. Maybe they don't want to earn income doing that. So we use their skills and talents to train other people. How do you want, well, here's an example. Making sustainable, reused materials, clothing. We have somebody here doing that. She doesn't actually own a business, but she knows how to do all of that. I'm going to get her on the platform training people, and I'm going to compensate her for that. I want her to flourish, so we do still have to pay our bills here. People, everything should be free. I said, great. Okay, who's going to pay the hosting for my sites and the Zoom and all the stuff we pay for? So we still have to function that way, and there's nothing wrong with that, but we're doing it on a high frequency. So food, how much you use, what you really need. How much do I really need? We're going to start functioning on in a simpler way. Those of you who want to go into this new unity and community are going to realize this is such a beautiful, feels good, feels right, clean, clear way to live. You're going to get healthier and more energy. You're going to feel good. You're going to get excited every day. You won't need money to make you happy, because you're going to be generating money from happiness. And whatever you need will show up. Why? Because you are now in a community of exchange. And people want to give. I'm in a community that's unbelievable. What do you need? Let's do this. They don't want anything from me, because I'm giving back to them no matter what, because we're in a like mind. So out there are no individuals in a lot of existences, certain planets and other unseen existences, because they don't need to be individuals. They're of one mind. They would never make another choice other than the highest choice. So they're really operating as one mind. We're going to go into that. So I know exactly what needs to be done, because it has to do with caring for others, placing others first, because that's me. I'm caring for myself. If you do not make the switch into that world, and start placing others first and knowing that what I give and still taking care of yourself. This is why I created Digital Explorers. You gotta pay your bills. I want to show you how instead of going into the plant, destroying the planet, for a living, or being stressed out and having a heart attack, how you can do something amazing. We'll find out what that is, and then we create income streams around that. That comes first. I don't show you how to, here's how to create an online business. I don't. That's not the first step. The first step is we find out what you love, high frequency. Now, how do we earn doing it? Okay, let's do it in a way where it doesn't disrupt your life. Let's say coaching. So you're not coaching every hour of the day. It's like that just took the fun out of coaching. So we say, okay, let's automate it. Let's have online courses so you're not doing it. And we customize the whole training around you, your lifestyle, what you love. And then we have multiple income streams. All right, so you're mobile. You can go anywhere in the world. So now you're not tied down to anything. Or you could be a happier, healthier person. You can teach this to other people. Doesn't matter what it is you want to do. We'll find it, whether it's a product, a service, affiliate marketing, all of it. We create that. It's the first course called Creation Station. Then you go into Base Camp and we build it out. And you don't have to use technology. People hate that. They're doing stuff they don't love to make money. So why? Just go get a job doing something you don't love, right? This is the world. This is the new world. And you have to make a choice. And it's scary for a lot of you because you feel like you're giving up stability, and you're not. You're actually creating stability. And you're creating a unity that the new world, the new earth, is going to function in, where no matter what happens out there, we will be able to get through it together because we'll have the resources and the giving and the compassion right here, existing right here to handle any situation. It isn't that we won't be challenged. We're on planet Earth. That's part of the deal. It's that it will be celebrated because now we have an opportunity to demonstrate this unity. How are we going to come together in this situation? How do we resolve this situation with lower frequency people? There will be many that choose that. So they're going to behave in a different way. We don't want to disapprove of that. We just say, how can we provide solutions? How can we provide all these things over here that are healthy for everything and everyone, including what you eat? Watch that. Watch it. Yeah, there's stuff in, meats that is really bad for you. I know 3 people who've had heart attacks, and one's 16 years old, and the doctors all said, get off that red meat, get off of it, it's toxic. So you don't have to do anything you don't want to, but rethink some of these things. So this is your choice. And the warning, it's just really that you can exist in the lower frequencies. It's not something that will happen for everyone. It's a choice. And you can join a completely different way of life and ask yourself, what is that? I'll help you get there. Yeah, I'll show you the way. How do you want to do it? Dedicate yourself to this and you can change your life in any way you want. We're past the tipping point, my friend. Go get the book and you'll know what I'm talking about. We're going to talk more about this because we're in it. We're in it. So the big event happening, yeah, we're in it. We're in it right now. Now you're going to see a high consciousness, intelligent information is going to start showing up. In 2024 is just the start of it. You're going to see what I mean. Things are going to show up. They're going to blow your mind. It's going to accelerate. It's not to be feared. Everything's about how we use it. From money to technology. Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, right? You can use it to create or expand or destroy, just like anything. So these are free, and that Digital Explorers is the button up here. There's a little thing here, and it's also in the description. You can go in and look. Digital Explorers, you'll get a free video series, a free masterclass where I talk about why online businesses don't work. We're coming from that other place. How do we make it work? I'm going to use it in a positive way. So we say this is bad. It's not. It's, again, a knife can kill or, slice your salad. And I hope that you'll subscribe. But these are free. These are my breakthrough fear and my mindset mastery. There's a lot in here. a free video, a free webinar for you there. I'm going to give you all kinds of information and choices to shift into wherever you want to be when you're ready. Because you're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Get ready. Big things are coming in a way that you'd never expect. Namaste.